Can you all hear me out there? I thought maybe I could read the chat from my work phone here, but doesn't look like I'm popping up. And I can't switch accounts on this either. Well, wait a minute. Oh, actually I can. Let's see if this works. I am so unprepared tonight. Mentally, just really tired today. Here we go. I'm just so unprepared, but we're going to make this happen. I haven't went live in a while, so yeah, this will work. Is there a way I can just blow up the chat here and not see myself? Maybe. Yeah, we'll make it work. I got an idea. Put this cloth over my face. There we go. Now I only see the chat. And yeah, this outfit may not last very long because it's already getting warm in here. This light bulb I have shining on me just really radiates, and it's kind of warm out today. So I had the air turned off for a while, but I might decide to put it back on. Hopefully it doesn't bleed into the mix here, but I'm just kind of holding this so you guys can hear me a little better. Strung out deeper than the night. Howdy. Did you drop a tab to get in the mood? Well, not tonight. Oh, I didn't get very much sleep last night, but it's kind of all my fault, you know. Uh, so my DJ nights have sort of moved to Thursday night. Apparently, I got kind of shoved to the side. Cause, well, it all makes sense business wise because there's a comedy clinic, they call it, where it basically took over my hours. So now I'm doing them Thursday night, and I did it from about the time they open, 5 to about 8 o'clock, because I go to bed early. So 8 o'clock is kind of my cutoff point. But tonight I'm gonna try to make it 2 hours. We'll go to 8 o'clock here Central Time. Hey Brewster, welcome. Kimba and Mr. B. Yo, Derek. I believe you can swipe up the top of the chat window. Should be a small horizontal line there. I mean, this is working. I'm pretty fine with this. I just have my glasses, for cleaning my glasses, the cloth over top of it. It's good enough for me. I don't know why that distracts me. Sometimes it's got such a heavy delay, and then I watch myself over. It's just kind of a mental thing. Just kind of I get distracted sometimes like that. When it's like someone's talking to you and you're trying to talk back to them, but then you're listening to a conversation on your left. It's kind of one of those things for me. Have you listened to Moon Blood by Fraction? Yes, I have. I've listened to it way early in the PsycheDerek chapter. I know it's heavier than what you usually comment one, but I thought I'd ask. I mean, it's up my alley. I wouldn't say I'm gung ho about it as other people. I'm kind of contemplating on picking up the reissue, honestly. I mean, I do like it, but I don't know. The vocalist kind of gets on my nerves. Just a little bit. Kind of distracts me. Oh, yes. I didn't even think of that. Pausing it. Okay. I'll keep that in mind here. Yeah, I'll just do that. Randy's here. Welcome. Well, I doubt Jim Morrison heard Moonblood. I don't think anyone heard that except family and friends. It's kind of crazy that got released on a pretty heavy Christian label. I mean, there are some Christian undertones in the lyrics and such, but it's pretty cool. I may end up picking a copy, maybe not right away, but sounds like it's going to be it's probably going to sell out for sure. The ones I'm looking at so far, I mean, Gearson, they're coming out with a bang again. They got Cold Sun being reissued and a few others. Rumpelstiltskin or whatever it's called. I've listened to that once. It didn't leave that great of an impression on me. And then Jeremy Harmer, I'm kind of surprised that gets reissue. I like that one too. I'm also contemplating about that. It's got great moments that I like. It's kind of more whimsical, kind of baroque folk type of bag, but and it's kind of druggy the way his voice sounds. But again, it's only good in spurts, I feel like. Like at least half of it's good for my taste, for my liking, but I don't know. I'm just a little on the fence with these releases so far. And maybe I'm alone on this, but the Cold Sun reissue on Gearson coming out, I'm not a fan of the cover art either. I've always loved that original art from Rockadelic and the World and Sound. I have the World and Sound copy. I just think that's a better graphic. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to it. I like that better. Father Derek, welcome, Zorlock. Yeah, we're just going to chat a little bit if you don't mind. It's been an interesting week. And then last week, too. Both good and bad. The good is very good. Good news on my part. And I guess I'll kind of spoil it here. I won't say all the fine details, but I kind of already hinted towards it maybe a video or two back. So if you guys listen to my full length I made, Astral Yacht number 3, got a pretty good reception in the comments section. I was very pleased to hear about it. And in my mind, I know I can do better, but I just wanted to throw it out there, you know. I just wanted to throw that one out there. And some tracks I really think is some of my strongest material so far. And yet some I could definitely work on. The covers were just kind of just a throw in there, like the Savage Resurrection cover and such. But believe it or not, this is big news for me. So not even an hour passed by and I get contacted by an artist that I know. Well, I won't spoil who it is yet, but I got contacted and he said, dude, you should totally do a vinyl release. And this is coming from a guy that I have one of his records. He must be subbed to me. I've never seen him comment. And if I have, I might have missed it. But he's signed to this label. And then soon after, the label contacts me. They're interested in getting a vinyl release for me. I'm just baffled. Like, I am not worthy, man. So that's some big news. I don't know how soon, if I decide to go with a full-length LP release of my material, or at least start out with a 45. But 45 for sure. I already got 2 tracks picked out for that, if that happens. And it's a very independent label. They seem pretty genuine as far as keeping in contact with their artists. Pretty down to earth. So that's some big news for me, man. Yeah, I'm just still baffled about that. Maybe I shouldn't be. I should be very proud, and I am proud. But at the same time, like I said, I know I can always do better. I know I can polish a turd when I hear it. And you know, I pretty much made all this music on the spot. You know, it's not necessarily all done in 3 or 4 takes. It's usually one or 2 takes, and then some overdubbing, of course. But I usually stick to my I don't know what you want to call it, line of thinking, my consciousness, and kind of just roll with it improv style. And the first 2 tracks on that last release that I posted about a week ago now, I'm proud of those tracks for sure. I probably wouldn't change much with them. So pretty big news. Don't know when they're coming out or anything. It's just kind of in the air for now. But very excited about that. My phone shut off, so I got to keep opening it. Probably have a lot to catch up on. Not too bad. I like to read all comments if I can. Did you dye your hair? No. So it's just naturally red beard, unfortunately. Does not go well with my pasty skin. Got very light skin. Um, and I even walked outside too around the lake and got some sun. I might take this off later so you can see my tan. My 5-minute tan. It's been beautiful weather the last 24 hours. Um, Paul Clark, welcome. Dan, haven't been home to see this in a while. You mentioned Christian music. Oh yeah, I got the Search Party. Yep, I have a reissue on Void. Don't listen to it nearly as much as I used to, but it's certainly a top when it comes to Christian folk rock. Let's see. Eddie, welcome. Yeah, I did cut my hair. I did get it trimmed a little bit. It gets so fuzzy so quickly, especially when the summer kicks around. I can't pull off long hair, but if you guys checked out my screenshot of this video, this live stream, I did a screenshot of one of my old videos that's probably the longest it's ever been in quite some time, since like middle school. It does not grow very fast. I can grow it a whole year. And that was like during the COVID years, the peak years. And, I had to wear a mask on top of that. No one could cut hair at the time. You know how it was. That was a struggle. But yeah, that's from an old video. I just kind of thought that was kind of funny with the mustache going on. I could definitely pull off the Fu Manchu if I wanted to. Got more hair down here than up top. And other regions. Anyways, let's see. Calvin, welcome. Red turns to gray. Probably a little more attractive that way. Dave, welcome. Bought the SRC Black Sheep RSD. Yeah, it's kind of nice to get that exposure, getting some of those psych titles out. Now, there's one that slipped under my radar I haven't shown on video yet, and I guess I could show it now. Just a second. We'll get to the music eventually, folks, but I kind of like chit-chatting for a minute. Like I said, I'm kind of tired. I could have got more sleep last night. But, yeah, and then I do plan to take like a road trip too tomorrow. Kind of talk about that in a minute. But this one actually got released for RSD this year too, and apparently was not on the list. It was just kind of a private deal. And there was a friend online that told me about this. It's the Erevan's Resurrection. You guys know this one? This is the first proper vinyl release. There's been a bootleg copy for years now, but it was officially released on CD back in like 2003. I don't know. I'm guessing many of you may not dig this because it's kind of more, I don't know, Baroque pop heavy. It's nothing heavy, nothing rock oriented necessarily. I mean, there's a couple rockin' moments, but more on a Beatles edge. And these guys got a great backstory if you haven't known about the Erevan's. They're actually from St. Louis, but they sound so much like the Beatles during the Abbey Road era, just matching those English harmonies. And they rub shoulders with them. They got to meet the Beatles. George Harrison kind of hung out in the studio for a while. They took a picture with them. And they kind of met up with like the Pink Floyd at the time, the Hollies. Hendrix was in the studio. This is before it was called Abbey Road Studios at EMI. And this is like their demo LP. They did officially release a single back in the day, a single or two, but the first two tracks will definitely set you off on this one. World of You And then the track Resurrection sounds just like Across the Universe, which the lead guy only heard in the studio. It was like a demo at the time, and he just kind of caught wind of that, tried imitating it. That guy listened closely because, man, sounds just like it, but more of a pop version than like an acoustic version. Let's see what's going on here. Who's talking about me? You know, Derek, I was pretty good friends with Paul Majors and Greg Breath. Cool. Saw you mention his book. I was a pretty big dealer of Psych back in the day. We got an elderly guy here. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it had to been a different generation, man. I can't even imagine how it was back in the day, just wheeling and dealing with no discogs. You had to just kind of have that knowledge up in the noggin, and back when something like Moonblood probably costed what, $500, and what is it now? Who knows? Let's see. I haven't really thought about a Bandcamp page. I'm doing this very DIY style. Just self-releasing. Anybody can use my music if they choose. I'm not really copywriting it. It's just more kind of fictitious to me, but yet kind of being serious. I feel like Shindig did an article. I think they did. Yeah, there's been articles these days too. There's been some new articles popping up of the Eravons lately since this reissue. I don't know how many copies are left. I bought it from Euclid Records, who pressed it. AZ Mick, welcome. Got a good crowd here. This is my kind of crowd. Speaker's Corner, welcome. Yeah, I don't know how long this is gonna last, man. That light bulb just warms the place up. It's pretty thick light bulb. And as far as like another recent arrival, I'll definitely do an update video on these, but this is one that also came in. Something you guys may or may not care about much, but I know we have a hard rocking crowd here all the time. Lambert and Nutty at home. Learned a little more about the backstory of this one because there's an interview online. He's interviewed a member of the New Dawn, Peter Daltrey of Kaleidoscope. I forget his channel's name, but he interviewed Craig here and Craig Nuttycombe, and he also interviewed the dude from These Trails. But this is like a very stripped back acoustic morning listen. This is very nice. This is very good. I actually got this one from Lance at Permanent Records on Instagram. Sells records on there. And usually I see this for like $20 and it's always beat up. But this one, it's a very strong, solid VG copy. And I got this for like $12 plus shipping. So I don't know, it's a little less than I wanted to pay. People say that Dennis Lambert was in East Side Kids, but I can't find much info on that. But apparently he was. And then Nuttycombe went on to do some solo work as well in the 70s. And they would release one more album after this. And then they were supposed to have like arrangements done by Chad Stewart of Chad and Jeremy. But they felt that, once they brought him in and they listened to him, they figured, there's no need for orchestration. They sound good just the way they are. They recorded it in their living room in Sausalito. And they ran cables from a truck. I forget the guy's name, but it's like the Rolling Stones recorded in this mobile truck. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. They recorded in the same truck. Let's see here. I feel like I have to leave the video going, otherwise the screen goes off. Yeah, Ugly Things. I never got into those magazines, I guess. I just, maybe they were before my time, or I'm just not much of a magazine reader kind of guy. I like researching online. It's a little more convenient for me, I guess. I get all my info from there. Hey, Jacob, welcome. Yeah, and the books that I do have, sometimes it will take me a while to sit through and get some things read. I do have some things lined up for tonight, though. I do have one in the background there, if you can tell. Pink Fairies. I don't know. Just something I kind of pulled just out of the blue, is just thinking about it. And looks like we can get away with that because I tested the copyright and it says it has no impact. And I got this here in the background. Liquid Light Show. That's like my favorite. That's like my favorite type of liquid light show. Like those colors. I love blue, man. Just love how I can just pull that up and listen to records. I do it all the time. Oh yeah, no problem. I always forget your name. I know it's Bruce or Brewster. I always forget the 99B. Um, nope, I don't have their second record. I have listened to it though. Has additional people on board. It has Lindsey Buckingham. Is that right? Playing banjo. I think it's like the first recording of Lindsey. I could be wrong, but it's got him featured in there. Anyways, oh yeah, as far as the bad news though, well, I survived my first road rage incident. It wasn't me, but I wasn't really involved, but it happened right in between me. I was sandwiched in between two vehicles, so I was going down a one-way street, about ready to turn left here in Lincoln, and I just look in my rearview mirror. I see like two tiny sedans just kind of swerving back and forth on the road. I'm like, oh boy, coming in hot. And they couldn't have been barely out of high school, maybe one of the kids. And I'm not going to repeat what they said, but it was certainly like, really, are we really speaking on this level right now? And the guy actually gets out of his car. I roll my windows up. You don't know how hard it's going to escalate. And goes over to the other guy who's on the right side of me, acting like he wants to fight him. I'm just glad it didn't escalate to the point, these days where people just have open carry and carry out their frustration on other people. But so the guy on the right eventually just kind of goes across in the front of my car, acting like he's going to turn left now all of a sudden, making all these sexual gestures at him. It's like, what are we doing here? I even said that out loud. Like, is this really what we're doing? Because I was just focused on leaving. I wanted to turn left when I saw that shit. And they didn't hit each other. And they didn't hit me. So, yeah, it was kind of crazy. I've never really experienced road rage in my life. I mean, there's been times I've felt frustration on the road, but never witnessing it. I see videos online sometimes, but I've never been involved. Of course, my heart rate was like, it wasn't that bad. It was a little fast because I'm like, oh God, I don't want to be in this tight spot, It's like 4 p.m., school's getting out. It was just kind of crazy. Yeah. And the people that drive here, they they love to get behind your bumper. I mean, I understand. Sometimes I have places to go, but I'm never like, even if I'm going to be late for work a few minutes, I'm not really like putting this personal vendetta on people to like get going. Um, so it was just an experience. It's kind of a highlight of the week. Otherwise, I live a pretty humble life, if you guys can't tell already. Um, so yeah, and it doesn't really help living in this neighborhood either with my car being stolen. Remember that one? Yeah, that was a lot worse though. I mean, my transportation was gone. Carry a bat. Well, I carry my steering wheel lock. Scored a minty copy of Stone Garden. Yeah, I still need that one. I definitely have seen it at the record shows a couple times, but it's always out of my price range. It's the Rockadelic one. I think he wanted like $50 or something. And every time I see it, I always have like a stack already. I'm like, can't do it today. Maybe next fall. It's kind of crazy. My favorite guy at the record show, I always pass by the one I always think about getting. Nobody ever snatches it up like that Them album, Them in Reality. I mean, it's still a good price. I still can't believe people passed on it. He got me that day. But yeah, Stone Garden, I'd like to, I wouldn't mind having that down the road. I know two people that had their cars stolen. Yeah, it makes me wonder how often it happens in this town alone. Anyways, what are we, about half hour in? Yeah, we'll start playing here something soon. I do have another Acid Archive entry lined up. I thought about recording it today, but I was like, I'm gonna take it easy. I did go out and get a few groceries and um, took a walk today. Just like I said, it's been a beautiful day. It's been around that 70-degree weather and breezy, comfortable. Is all I'm gonna say. And pretty soon, I don't know when it's going to be, but I might have to get a new phone too. I mean, I've had this one since 2021. I hate upgrading smartphones. I really do. This one's really worked out pretty well, but now I have to time out my screen because the power button doesn't work as well as it used to. I can't shut it off properly, so the battery seems like it drains faster too. So I have to always keep it charged, but I'm always pretty persistent about that though, about keeping it charged. And then and I know I'm kind of all going all over the place here, but my college buddy was over last weekend too and watched some good flicks. We're very much the same personality, man. Except when it comes to phones. His phone's always dead. He never charges shit. But but yeah, it's kind of fun that we've been friends for 10 years now, over 10 years since college, before I've been doing vinyl videos. So we've just kind of gotten closer in recent years and trying to make music together. Maybe someday we'll have a live stream together. Who knows? Uh, he's a lot of fun, man. We laugh our asses off when he's over here. Had the same personality types. It's always nice to have friends at 30 when you're still single. It's hard to find friends that are that close that can sleep overnight yet and just engage in the arts, talk about fun things instead of like what do 30-year-olds talk about typically? I mean, the stock market, is that what goes on when you turn 30? I don't know. I'm not your typical 30-year-old, man. I love my humble life. Just kind of kicking back and, like I said, enjoying the arts, doing this. So yeah, what did we watch? We watched Eraserhead. He had never seen it. He hadn't seen a lot of films, so I'm trying to catch him up to speed. He's seen Altered States before. I turned him on to that, and we tried watching Runaway Train. Anyone know that one? Got a poster of that up there. It's one of my favorite, like, prison films ever, man. It's so brutal. It's so good. And what else did we watch? He likes early Steve Martin, but he had never seen The Man with Two Brains. I showed him that one. Um, because he's like a big fan of The Jerk, which is pretty good. So, Yeah, man. Um, but yeah, he fell asleep halfway through Runaway Train. He had been up kind of early too, like myself, but so we only got halfway through. But yeah, man, I've been kind of thinking about that lately. So that was the film debut of Danny Trejo and the dude from Friday. What's his name? Debo? Yeah. I didn't grow up watching that film, but I just know that little bit of trivia. Danny Trejo's first film because of Edward Bunker, who was actually a convicted. What what did he get in trouble for now? Did he like break in cars or something? I don't know. That's a bunch of old history for old men. You know what, Kimba? I actually did suggest Tremors to him. That's funny you mentioned that, man, or lady. I call everybody man. But yeah, Tremors, yeah, those are fun ones. I love the first one especially. Uh, yeah, I think it was free on YouTube for a while. That's why I suggested it because he had never seen it. He hadn't seen a lot of classics, unfortunately. He'd never seen The Shining. I'm like, okay, next time you're over, we're gonna see that. Lots of classics he has not seen. Um, I'm just looking at my Blu-rays here. I showed him Duel, Steven Spielberg's first film. That's one of my top favorites. We tried watching Don't Look Now, but I suggested we watch Blue Velvet instead. We were kind of on a David Lynch discussion. Showed him Black Christmas, the original one. Yeah, I love those like 70s paranoid thrillers. I don't know what it is about those that gets me off, but I love them. Kamikaze 89? I don't think so. Oh yeah, the body horror. Yeah, Jacob, I get that. Yeah, there's some gross stuff in Eraserhead, but also in Videodrome for sure. Scanners, I only watched like a bit of it, and I kind of like The Brood, but that's also got some very gross parts too. Oh man, Duel. Duel's so good, man. I saw that at an early age. I think I watched that before Jaws. Such a simple cat and mouse story, right? And it just works. It's so good. I love those films with like very little dialogue, and it just works with the sound design, the sound textures, and just the visuals. And for his age, man, he pulled that one off. I showed Jacob this past week. That's his name, by the way. Jacob is my college buddy. I showed him Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, because I said it's a very short film. It's prolific. It's got the goods, and just for how grimy it is, and it's not even really a gory film. It's just the grimeness and the skeleton bones, the filth. It's almost more disturbing than the actual blood itself. And when he shuts that iron door and you hear that sound, oh, goosebumps, man. Yeah, I guess this is going to be a movie discussion night. Yeah, who cares, right? I'm not going to take these streams too seriously. It's just if anybody wants to join, just have fun discussing things. Vanishing Point, I have yet to see the original. I've yet to see the original of that. I can't find a good stream. I can't I find streams, but they don't have subtitles because that's in a different language, right? Um, oh, we did the soundtrack to Kamikaze. Okay. Yeah, the first one I ever showed to my buddy was Sorcerer. That was the first one I showed him because I was like, because that's really what got me back into films because I had taken a break, kind of consistently watching them or for entertainment for a number of years. Once I started college, I kind of dipped out of them up until 2020. And then I was just kind of looking back into the catalog of like, some more hidden gems and stuff, and Sorcerer reeled me in, man. I, I mean, I haven't seen it too many times as much as you'd think. And, sometimes I just catch little clips rewatching those, but I haven't seen it probably since my buddy and I watched it, which was a little over a year ago now. But man, that film was, it's like, how did they survive that? How'd they survive getting that made? So that's why I got a poster of it up over there. Love it that much. It just mind blowing. What else was I going to mention? I thought I was going to mention something else. It'll pop around. Anyways, let's get jamming, huh? You finally here for the music? It's like the longest delay I've ever had. So I got to set up my mic here and kind of let the music speak a little bit. Yeah, I've watched Evil Dead, the second one, and Army of Darkness. I think I saw Army of Darkness first as a kid. I did not know what it was about. It kind of messed my brain up. I was like, am I supposed to laugh at this or be frightened? And I like the second one, but I don't know, man. I know a lot of people say the second one's better. It is in some fashion, but I love the original a little better. Just for what it is, just a standalone piece. The first one. Oh yeah, it's just like a Bizarro stream. Does he get talking this late? Usually, I thought it took like maybe 20 minutes, but yeah, let's get rolling. I'm gonna set the mic up here, so just give me 1 second. Hopefully, I won't have to holler too much because my voice is just shot, man. That's what happens when I get tired. Just 1 second. Set the mic up there. Okay. Smells like an armpit. Damn, 2 songs. Well, he does like, what, 3-hour live streams? Orange Sunshine. It's not ringing a bell, but if I listen to it, maybe I've heard it. But I thought maybe we'd play some Pink Fairies, kick it off with a more hard rockin' vibe, right? And then I might do this for ladies. Just kidding. It's kind of warm in here. There we go. Armpits. Let me know if that sounds okay. I guess I didn't know the aggregation was through Gearson. I saw that was being reissued though. Thankfully, I got the tapestry press. Sounds decent. Sounds pretty good. Which one do you prefer? Yeah, Mitchum's the best, man. You get the sport one. Yeah, right guard, this stains clothes sometimes, man. So usually I'll use this if I want to go in tank top or something. But Mitchum saves the day. What the hell did this stream turn into? So you guys with the beards, do you use this stuff? Beard balm? Since we're digging in the bathroom pantry. Beard guys. I use this occasionally. Sometimes it kind of smells funky. Smells like, I don't know, like an old attic or something. It's got that really old grandma's house smell. Like that basement and that basement carpet smell. It's a bit like that. That's right, that just happened. Nut wax. Put some beeswax on your nuts. Oh man, mine gets so dry so fast. I think I've had this since the beginning of the year almost. Need to do a little bit underneath though. Got that hoodlum kind of beard going on. It's all scraggly. Looks like you've been unemployed for 6 months. You know how it is, right, Randy? Yeah, this one came into the Lincoln shop one day. Some guy was he was a collector of Twink's music. So I got that box set up there. Yeah, I knew about that one, Bruce. I think this is a Canadian sleeve, but it's a UK pressing. A little bit of a mismatch there. It's like a 73 Canadian. Yeah. But it's a UK pressing vinyl, so kind of sucks that it's that way, but whatever. That's how he sold it to me. I think my favorite track's the title track. Cheers. Cling. It's Hawaiian Punch. Another Twink project. Yeah, it's a 76 reissue. It's okay by me. Dropped in the shop, I pick it up. I'm not too crazy about this one. I mean, it took a while to get into this one for me, honestly. But over time, it's definitely gelled with me better, so. I like Shy Boy. Hallucinations. Yep. It's the goods. Right next to Tommy James. Yeah, it's the only one I kept. I've had maybe a couple of their other albums, but this one's the strongest one for me. I think my lips are getting red after that drink. Right next to the other Tommy Rowe, Kurt Betcher. Yeah, I think this had Moon Talk as the big single from here. It's got some good tracks for Sunshine Pop. So good. Yeah, I used to have that Friar Tuck album. Just didn't listen to it very much, so I parted with it. Might come back in the collection someday. I think my favorite track's starting. I think it's the title track, right? Yeah, I love the title track from here. It's my favorite. Aravons. Pick it up if you guys are into this one. Might be sold out by now, who knows? I think it's very possible, Warren. I mean, I think they impacted more than Detroit. Did Randy fall asleep already on me? Usually like he's here 15 minutes and passes out. At least on Aaron's streams. You got two different responses. I'm just messing with you, Randy. Yeah, it was just recently Iggy Pop's birthday. April 21st, I think it is. I actually own the Stoogeland account on Instagram. I'm the admin of that page. Grabbing an Ensure. I thought you weren't supposed to drink those till you're like 65 and up. Hey, welcome, Rich. I remember you always telling that story. That's cool, man. Edgar Broughton band. Yeah, the furrier ones, they look like they haven't showered in a long time. It's like the band Gong. Gong, Yahweh 13. Any of those communal bands. I feel like these guys haven't showered in a while either. Clive's original band. Wow. 75? Didn't know you were that old, Bruce. Oh, man. Yeah, that Love in the Rain video. I love that one. I love in the rain! We're gonna make it, baby! Edgar Broughton Band. Think we can get away with playing some of them? I don't know, man. They're owned by Harvest. Those pricks. Yeah, these guys definitely don't use Mitchum. Not to have the raindrop fall. Yeah, I love the vocals on it. Kind of goes from that Captain Beefheart sound to I love to make it, baby. I'm gonna make love in the rain, baby. Love it, man. These guys are probably like, I mean, they look like 40 years old, too. It's crazy. I got something else in mind to play for you guys, though. Got something else cooking. Because copyright infringement and what have you, we're going to play something up that I discovered I think I can play. Kind of a switch of gears here, but it's more in the garage pop realm. Let's see what we got here in the comment section. Nurse just woke you up? Damn. Isn't it your bedtime, Bruce? Medication time. Yeah, I love the whole design of this. I mean, this was still 69, man. This looks like some... I mean, it probably inspired bands like... It comes to mind, oh, what's that one? Cadaver? A more modern band. Kind of reminds me of them in a way. Cadaver and Fuzz. I missed your stream, Aaron. I saw you were going live, but I was just getting done with my DJ set and I had to go to bed. But then I still didn't get enough sleep, so. Yeah, Cadaver, I haven't listened to them in a long time. I remember when they first came out, it was, they were getting some buzz, you know? Yeah, 68 for me is my favorite year. As far as, concerning Psych, I guess. For me, it's kind of the peak year. Everything was getting recorded the year prior. Came out in the summer, sort of. I don't know, I just felt like the peak year for me. But then, at the same time, a lot of protesting. Just kind of what we have nowadays, right? A lot of things going on. Let's not get into that mess. But I got something cooking here. Thought we could play some garage pop. I'm sure you all know this one. New Colony 6. Breakthrough. Yeah, this is the toughest one of theirs to find. Maybe have I played this before? I'm sure I probably have. It's definitely in my crate of records that, in case there was a tornado like last week, this is going in that pile, man. It's definitely a keeper. It's not a great looking copy when you look at it, but it plays really well. It plays pretty nice. It's pretty strong vinyl. I think this got reissued by Sundazed. So pretty much anything through Sundazed is pretty passable here on YouTube, I think. Yeah, this is the toughest one to find for some reason. I don't think they printed as much, but it was on the same label as the other, well, the one after, I guess. Then they moved to Mercury. Let's put this on real quick.
I confess to have a willingness and wanting for you to have you here by me, all my life through. You run around, baby, run around, baby.
sure beef fart smelled fantastic. Smells like beef farts. What do you think the farm band smells like? We gotta do a live stream of like, do a contest or a ranking of like the smelliest looking bands. Yeah, the farm band's got to be up there, right? I don't have the Magic Lanterns. I have Magic Lantern by Haymarket Square. Oh, you do have this, huh, Randy? Yeah, I think you can pick up the reissue pretty cheap yet, as far as I remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that record. I know which one you're talking about, Kimba. Don't have that one. What about these fellas? Especially Geezer over here. Yeah, I actually need an upgrade of this. This is a pretty beat copy, actually. Had it for a little while. It's the album that kind of changed my life, man. Believe it or not, Black Sabbath. It's the first band It's the first band I dove into their whole discography. I was so impressed by them as a kid. Got turned on to this when I was like 10, 11 years old. Blew my mind. I was like, everybody must hear this record. And I barely listen to it these days. I mean, I know it from front to back so well. Black Sabbath changed my life, man. But I would like to have a Vertigo Swirl sometime in the future. This is a green Warner Brothers. My uncle actually had a copy of this back when I was doing sleepovers with my cousin. I found my uncle's record collection. I was like, can I please borrow this? That's how early I was into records, man. I was like 12, 13. I saw this. I was like what Mr. B says, had a back explosion in the drawers. I sure did. It's memorable. Last I heard, I don't remember getting into the Magic Lanterns LP too much. It's been years ago, though. I didn't really give it a good listen, I guess. I know it has an Oz Osborne in it. That's the rumor. Isn't Oz Osborne the bass player or something? Right next to the Pink Fairies. It's a 69 press strike tower. I got this for $10, so I couldn't leave it. But obviously, the UK press is the way to go. The track listing on this US is not good. Earth Resurrection City? I don't think I've heard it, Bruce. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got the New Dawn. I got a reissue of that on Jackpot. Yeah, I mentioned earlier in the stream that I watched an interview with one of the New Dawn members. He talked about the whole story behind the band. Did a video interview here on YouTube. I think I knew most of it, but left out some details, and it's kind of nice to watch interviews, listen to them. I forget his name. I think it was like the lead guy. Was it the drummer? I think it was the drummer of New Dawn. I think he sang some vocals on there too or something. But yeah, I have the New Dawn. We might play that one next. That's a good suggestion there. makes sense with the Earth name. Wow. Yeah, these are getting pretty damn scarce now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not one of those guys that can go to those record shows these days and pay $1,000. No, I gotta have some pretty good sales, but my sales are pretty inconsistent, so I get the originals that I can get. But I'm not really seeking one out for New Dawn. I'm kind of surprised no one's done this for an Acid Archive entry. Unless I missed it. I don't think anyone has. Yeah, 200's a steal for this. Yeah, basically a lounge act. And he also talked about the photo shoot too in the interview. Talked about how they had to hurry up and take this image. It's kind of a haunting image, isn't it? It's got a very apocalyptic vibe to it. And they weren't even thinking of the word psychedelic when they were making this either. That's what's cool about it. You know, they're of the time period. They get kind of tagged or kind of lumped into the psychedelic, but to them it was just kind of natural. They were just kind of playing their lounge club set. Just so happened to be of the psychedelic nature for how just for how brooding it is and just the kind of peculiar vibes it gives off. Oh, and he was mentioning in the sound effects of like the track It's Raining and like some of the sound effects that you hear, they're taken from Disney records. Like old Disney records back in the 60s, he was telling me, or he's telling the guy in the video. Carol, it looks like you always want to say something and then you erase your message. What's up with that? Oh, yeah. I mean, Dark Thoughts. That's a big highlight off here. Very repetitive. A lot of repetitiveness, but very good, though. It's kind of a very straight ahead kind of delivery, but pretty good. It looks like this LP is kind of concluding, so maybe we'll put on some New Dawn. I had something else kind of lined up, but let's see how you guys like all this. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Bruce. I'm glad you could kind of jump in for a little bit. I'll leave this stream up for you if you want to check it out later on. Whoa. Somehow that got on the label. I don't know how it went that far. Okay. Yeah, went past the dead wax. I'm going to start off with this track.
It's time that people look around to see where we have been. 'Cause if man doesn't change his ways, we're going back again. The days when death walked hand in hand with careless newborn man. Annihilation of all mankind wasn't in
just found out you can do filters on this. I like that. The 8mm. Wow. Are you guys seeing this? Wow, that's cool. You bought that copy from Paul Majors? Yeah, that dude had everything. Yeah, I like this 8mm look. That's cool. Instead of just plain old me. No. No. Meow. Meow. Yeah, I've never seen these options on the side before, unless I'm totally blind. I've never seen these before. That's cool. Got a few different options. But I'm kind of digging this one. Look like a DJ from the 60s coming to you in the future. Not really. I can't really pull off any 60s look with the tank top going on here. Whew. Yeah, that light bulb is pretty warm, man. I'm not kidding you. No. It's raining. Yeah, pretty simple, straightforward riffs, but just the way they do them, it's very gloomy. Got a very gloomy vibe about it. Okay, enough of that. That rain was like ear piercing. Thought about playing this one. Good stuff, right? Well, this next track's even better. Some good stuff. REM. I don't know where REM came from. I'm just as confused as you are, Randy. Good stuff. You have the new Dawn, Randy? Pretty sure you do, right? Yeah, it's like a reproduction of the Hoot label. A little dusty. That's all right. Good stuff. Might throw one more on and then maybe we'll call tonight. At least we get to hang out a little bit and chit chat. Might play some of this Liberty Bell for you. We'll do side 2. Got some goods. And I will be right back. This might sound closer to REM than the other one. I do remember Ron showing it years ago. I think we both got the tip from him. Because I remember he was pretty ecstatic about it when he got it. I remember that video. Got some more Jim Jones sponsored Kool-Aid with some 8mm grain on it. Hey, Steven. I mean, I do have an email. I got several emails, but I don't like checking emails too much. Is there any way you can get on Instagram? I mean, that's where I message people at. I think I gave my email out once, and which was kind of nice for some people, but my personal one, I mean, that's kind of like for business and stuff, and my other emails I don't even check anymore, rarely. I'm sorry I don't have an answer for you. Maybe you can comment on like an old video of mine. If you want to leave a message, you can comment on an old video if you don't want it. If you want it to be a personal letter, I'll read it. I get notifications that way if you want. If you want to send me like a vinyl package or something, yeah, Instagram's kind of my way of going about it, so I usually don't do any personal emails, so sorry about that, man. Yeah, because people comment on old videos all the time, and I try to respond when I can. Yeah, some people like to DM me, and I'm like, I ain't got time to chat, man. No, I got my circle of people I chit chat with. Used to be on that shit all the time. on the DM side anyway. Yeah, I still got America Online. I don't have Gmail. I got America Online. AOL, dial up. That's how far back I go. Not really. I'm just giving you shit. Yeah, DM. Dick message. I'm just kidding. Direct message. Isn't that what it stands for? Direct message. Or PM, personal message, private message. It's all the same. I don't know. I happen to love Instagram. I don't know. It's kind of my go-to. You get to see the pictures that you want. You don't have to see all the bullshit unless you go on like the explore page. I mean, it certainly has changed over the years. Hashtags aren't as fun as they used to be because I want to see the recent post, and it always shows me the ones that gain the most amount of likes, and I don't even care about that. But yeah, I'm pretty active on there. And I mean, Facebook, you know, I run a group on there. I'm the admin of Psychedelic Situation. If any of you guys are not familiar, search out Psychedelic Situation on Facebook. I'm the admin of that page. And I do weekend themes. So this weekend is power trios. So I showed Troika, Christopher, Goldenrod. Oh man, I love cat videos. Love cats. Yeah, as far as my OnlyFans, Randy, you're the only one that has access to that. So please don't dox me and spread that everywhere, okay? Just kidding. Or am I? What is this ballad stuff? Came here to rock. I want to rock. Yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna need a fan. Wasn't digging that track. Derek has that baloney sweat going on. What? Do I look like a ham to you, Randy? Yeah, I got that Man, especially in 8mm, I look especially red right now. I don't know what kind of sweat I give off. I don't usually smell. Even after a couple days, man. Well, by then, I take a shower at best every other day. That's the longest I'll go. Love my shower time. Use that Irish Spring. I seem to switch it up every now and then, though. Got Irish Spring, and then I got some kind of new shampoo I'm trying out. Got it at Walgreens, just to kind of get by, because I had to make a quick stop. Otherwise, I was going to be in the middle of a downpour. Just go with what's out there, I guess. Oh, I don't even want to think of Randy's farts right now, man. Just the thought, the initial thought of that makes me want to pass out. I don't smell roses, man. Yeah, Dove's nice. Yeah, the Liberty Bell. It's a compilation here. I think I might have played this on a stream once before. I basically played all the records I think I can play on YouTube. Just kind of taking risks here on the live, but guess that's what it's all about. Kind of surprised this video isn't over yet. It's about an hour long on YouTube. See if I can find another one, maybe. This is my favorite one, though. That guy just burp in the song. Let's see. I want to do a long one here. There's an hour one. Guess we'll do that for now. Well, what do you think, guys? Want to chit-chat for a while? End the stream that way? End it the way we started. Yeah. Yeah, sitting on the stool for this long is not helping my rear. So this stool I'm sitting on, this is actually like I think it's great grandmother's that she used to, I think she made this or something. But yeah, as you can tell, it's been through some decades of wear and tear, but it's kind of getting to the point where I'm getting a little scared sitting on it now. All that weight. Oh man, it's warm in here. I'm gonna definitely turn my air on once the stream's over here. Let's see. Use a bat as your stool. Okay. Yeah, I do have my computer chair directly in front of me. I don't know why I didn't grab it. Like I said, this stream was kind of a mess from the start. I was not really prepared at all. I just kind of set my camera up. Usually I take about 5-10 minutes prepping things up a little bit, but yeah, just kind of spontaneously just kind of put it together, and I'm so tired. I'm kind of glad I made it through it though. Sorry about that. I just got some low energy tonight, even though I've been air drumming and giving Randy a bunch of slack and talking about body odor. You never know where these streams are going to go. Just lay in bed like most live streams do now. You know, sometimes when I watch yours, Aaron, that's about my bedtime on Thursdays. You know, because I get up at 4 a.m. So it's kind of tough. I got to have my sleep. Even though maybe it's better to have less sleep once you get past 30. I mean, once you start having kids, you do get less sleep. I wouldn't know, but I don't want to know either, I don't think. If the right lady comes along, you know, then I'll probably stop making vinyl record videos and people will start talking about me 10 years down the road. You know how it goes. Get linked in marriage, house arrest, whatever you want to call it. I'm just messing. Yeah, sometimes I catch them right before I do my late night dookie, Ron or Aaron. Just like you need to know, like 25 people need to know that. But yeah, since we're talking about body odors and, you know, maybe we'll have to come up with a topic on the next live stream. We could do something like what's the cleanest looking band? Do that one. Like, what looks like the most clean shaven, you know, Catholic schoolboy looking band? And they're psychedelic or they're garage rock. I can't think of one. They all like pretty rough teenagers that skip school and what have you. You know, kind of eggs on the friend to go get liquor in the liquor store. Those kind of brats. Huey Lewis. Yeah, they're pretty cleaned up, aren't they? Got the suit and tie and shit. I'm really trying to think of like something I might have. A song's popping into mind. The Human Beings. It's fun to be clean. I'm thinking of that track right now. Yep. It's not popping into mind. The Beatles. Nah. John Lennon, he's kind of rough looking some days in those later years. But so what's going on with you guys out there? Anything interesting going on? This is all about me tonight. So what's going on with you? Told you about my road rage thing going on. I wasn't involved, but it was right between me. I was sandwiched in the road rage incident and the label. Got signed to a label, maybe, possibly. I have the decision to make if I want to be on part of this independent label or not. I'm just baffled. That's the word that comes to mind. I'm like, wow, my music on a label that I didn't even really take seriously. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, I tried taking it seriously, I guess. It's just, didn't know it met the standards of pressing it onto vinyl because I recorded them pretty raw. But I cleaned them up just enough to, kind of polish a turd, if you want to call it that. Christy Minstrels. I'm a highway being. Warhorse, yeah, that's a good one. Vertigo. I think that's one of the first Vertigos, right? I don't even remember what Warhorse sounds like. It's kind of like progressive hard rock, right? I haven't listened to that in a while. I just know of it. I don't have that one yet. Yeah, thanks, Kimba. Thanks to everybody that listened to it. Looks like I got a great responses on that video. And I will say, yeah, I think I agree. Someone said it's my best work so far. I agree. Um, play your jams. Maybe another time. I don't know. I'm kind of wrapping things up right now. 2 hours. That's about my safe spot to kind of close this out. Getting really tired, by the way. I sure am. So strung out. So if you look back in my videos, it's probably like the third or fourth last video I made. It says Astral Yacht 3 full album. That's my music. It's like 34 minutes long. Not all of it's great, in my opinion. The covers that I did, Savage Resurrection and the Feign Jade, could have some tweaking to do. I mean, well, the last one was kind of a throwaway, but I just kind of used like a minute's worth. But yeah, if you look that up on my page, that's the one. You should be able to find 1 and 2 as well if you do like a YouTube search. Not too hard to find. I just did it a week ago, last Friday. And then I'm going to start uploading them on another channel too, so I just have my music on a separate channel just to kind of save it, just so it's out there on 2 different accounts, just in case, Randy gives me the heads up and says, "Hey, Derek, did you hear you can play Jimi Hendrix on YouTube?" And then I get demonetized, or not demonetized, but taken off YouTube or something. And it's all Randy's fault, and then I have to start a whole new account. I'm just messing. But yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for joining. Got a good crew here. I think we had I think I saw it was like 35 people or something once. Not that the numbers matter. It's just, I'm just kind of hanging out. It's kind of nice to have a good circle crowd, people that love this kind of stuff and like to gain knowledge, talk about music, no drama. That's what I'm about. I can't really think of anything else. I did order one on eBay. It's a unofficial release, but originals are going to set you back. I don't love it that much, and they never pop up for sale. So this is the only vinyl reissue out there. I've been kind of hunting a copy for a while now, but eBay finally came through with me. And I usually don't buy off there anymore. I haven't been finding anything on there. It's pretty much dead as far as the prices go. So I bought that one, and I think that's all I got in the mail. I made a sale recently, and then, I made 2 sales actually recently. Pretty big ones, and I'm going to plan to use some of those funds for something coming up. I'm going to actually buy this record from Tuco. If you guys know Tuco out there, I'm sure you guys know him. I saw him at the last record show, and he's got something. I don't remember how it came into conversation, but he mentioned he has a minty copy of this, and it's kind of cutting me a little bit of a deal. And I asked for pictures. He hasn't sent them yet, but I like looking at the condition regardless. So we'll see if that deal gets settled, and that'll come like 1 day's worth through the postal service. Yeah, that's all I got, man. Looks like no one else has any exciting news in their lives, so just kind of where the stream ends up. So we made it to about 2 hours here, so thank you again for watching. I'll leave the stream up. And yeah, I plan on going out of town for a little bit this weekend, so I'm going to be out of state, not too far out of the state. Might go in Missouri a little bit. There's a town I haven't been to before, and it's got some thrifts and antiques. So it's about a 2-hour drive from Lincoln. So we'll see what that turns out to be. See if we score any gems. Maybe an original Michelangelo from Kansas City. Who knows? Yeah, thanks, Candy. Maybe next time I'll chat more. So I'll remember for something other than my left field REM comment. Well, maybe, I mean, through this microphone, maybe it sounds like REM, but I don't know. That I've never even thought of. You could say anything sounds like REM now. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Another Acid Archives Diaries coming up, at least by next week. I got something cooking. I got 3 in mind, actually. So take care. Signing off. PsycheDerek here. And we'll see you soon. I'm going to have to remember to use this filter again. Take care. We'll see you later.